Next energy resource is energy obtained from the water. How you can obtain the energy from the water and for which useful purposes this energy is used. First of all, understand the term hydroelectric energy. What is meant by this? Hydroelectric energy is basically the energy which is obtained by the water, and then this energy is basically used for the production of the electricity. Let's see this figure first. You can see this figure. It is basically the hydroelectric dam that is used to produce the electricity. So there is a dam wall. The water is stored behind this dam wall and it is above the ground level. It has only gravitational potential energy, because in this case this water is at some height from the ground. When the height increases, the gravitational potential energy also increases. You have to obtain here a significant height difference between the upstream and the downstream, like the water which is at some height and the water which is here at the ground. So this height difference is basically obtained by holding the water behind the dam wall. In this case, this water is basically at the ground. Here the height is 0. This water is at some height. So you can easily get here the height difference by holding the water behind the dam wall. When the water is at maximum height, it has only gravitational potential energy. And when this water moves towards the ground, means that if the water is allowed to rush downstream, then in this case the gravitational potential energy is converted into the kinetic energy, because now it is at the surface of the ground, means that here height is 0, gravitational potential energy would be 0. When all of the gravitational potential energy is 0, it means the water that has gravitational potential energy at the upstream, all of these gravitational potential energy is converted into the kinetic energy here. So I can simply say that this energy, which is the gravitational potential energy, becomes the kinetic energy if the water is allowed to rush downstream. Then the flowing water falls on the turbine, which is here. When the water falls on this turbine, it rotates the turbine, due to which the generator is run. By running the generator, the electricity is produced. So in this way you can obtain the energy from the hydroelectric dam. Let's go back and see the explanation. You can see here a dam wall is built on a river to generate the hydroelectric power. When you have to obtain the hydroelectric power, you basically need to build a wall on a river. Water that is stored above the ground has only gravitational potential energy, because the water that is stored above the ground, it has the height, so it has only gravitational potential energy. A significant height difference between the water upstream and the downstream can be achieved by holding the water behind the wall. By holding the water behind the dam wall, you can produce the significant height difference between the water upstream and the downstream. This energy means that the gravitational potential energy can be converted into kinetic energy if the water is allowed to rush the downstream. Flowing water falls on the turbine to drive it, which runs the generator to produce the electricity. In this way, we can obtain the electrical energy with the help of hydroelectric energy. There are some advantages and disadvantages for obtaining the energy from hydroelectric power. First advantage is that hydroelectric energy is available all the time. You can obtain the energy by this all the time. Hydroelectric energy is available 24 hours a day, and this energy basically does not release the harmful gases that are very harmful for the environment, because here is no burning of the fuels. Here we use the water. That's why it's also the advantage of this energy. This excludes the burning of the fuels. As a result, it does not release any harmful gases such as the carbon dioxide. After that, can you tell me that hydroelectric power is a renewable or non-renewable source of energy? It is basically the renewable source of energy because you can use the water again and again. The water is available easily. You can get the water and use this water again and again. So that's why the hydroelectric energy is a renewable resource of energy. It will never run out. So the same point is given here. It is a renewable source of energy. That's why it will never run out and is reliable. We can obtain the energy from this method on a large scale. The large scale electricity production is possible with the hydroelectric energy. Here are also some disadvantages for this method. These are expensive to build. First of all, when we have to build the hydroelectric power, it's very costly. So when the river is blocked, a large place of the land floods, forcing the people and the farms to relocate, and it also destroys the animal habitats. Sometimes when the river is blocked, then the large place of the land basically covers, due to which the people and the farms has to move to some other place. And it also destroys the animal habits. With the passage of the time, basically the particles are the stone which accumulate behind the dam, due to which the dam cannot hold too much water. The same thing is given here. With the passage of the time, the particles or the stones accumulate behind the dam, due to which the dam holds less water, and you cannot get the energy on a large scale. How you can get the energy from the waves? See this figure. Here there are waves that basically drives the turbine. When the turbine runs, the electricity is produced. So the wave implies the up and down motion of the water. When the water moves up and down, it basically turns the turbine. By turning the turbine, you can easily produce the electricity. These are basically the turbine, and these are the water waves. When the water waves move up and down, the turbine runs, due to which the electricity is produced. Here are also some advantages and disadvantages of this method. First of all, this method, the energy from the waves is renewable resource of energy. You can obtain the energy again and again. And as there is no use of the fuel, just like the coal, natural gas, etc., so it does not emit harmful gases into the environment. Same points are given here. The water energy is a renewable resource. They are less harmful to the environment than the coal or gas, since they do not release carbon dioxide into the air, due to which these are not too much harmful. Disadvantage is that you cannot produce the electricity on the large scale by this method, and this only works when there is wind. On other days, like during the summer when there is no wind, this method is not useful. So disadvantage is that they do not create the electricity on large scale. Technology is quite new. Thus, it is not always reliable and has low power output. You can obtain the very small power output by this method. It only works in a windy days when there are more waves. But when there are no waves, then you cannot get the electricity by this method. Next is the tidal energy. How you can use the tidal energy for the production of electricity? First of all, the tidal energy works on the same principle as that of the hydroelectric power. We see in the hydroelectric power, the water is accumulated behind the dam wall, and when it rushes towards the water downstream, then the gravitational potential energy is converted into the kinetic energy, and when this water falls on the turbine rotates, due to which the generator runs and the electricity is produced. But when we have to use the tidal energy as a source of electricity production, here instead of using the river water to store behind the dam wall, we use the sea water. So in the case of tidal energy, the sea water is basically stored behind the dam wall. In the same way, in the hydroelectric power, when the water is at height, it has only gravitational potential energy. Here we actually talk about the tides. When the tide is high, the water is stored behind the dam to create the flow of water through the turbines, due to which the turbine rotate and the generator runs and electricity is produced. In this way, you can obtain the electrical energy from the tidal energy. The same thing is given here. You can see the tidal energy works on the same principles as hydroelectric power, but instead of using the dam wall to store the river water, it uses a dam wall to store the sea water. Just the difference is that in the hydroelectric power we uses the river water, but here we have to use the sea water. When the tide is high, the water is trapped behind the dam to create a flow of water through the turbines that runs the generator to produce the electricity. In this way, you can easily produce the electricity. There are some advantages and disadvantages of the tidal energy. First of all, we see the advantages. As in the tidal energy, we cannot use any fuel just like the coal or natural gas. So this method does not pollute the environment by releasing the harmful gases such as carbon dioxide or sulfur dioxide. Can you tell me that either the energy obtained from the tides is basically the renewable or non-renewable resource of energy? Of course, it would be the renewable source of energy because you can easily produce the tides. So the tidal energy is a renewable resource of energy. So you can also see here, it causes no pollution by releasing the harmful gases such as carbon dioxide. The tidal energy is a renewable resource. Because the tides are easy to predict and can never stop, so tidal energy can generate the electricity on large scale. What are the disadvantages of the electricity generation by the tidal energy? Only a few places in the world have the tides that are large enough to make its use feasible. So there are only very few places in the world that basically have the tides so that they are large enough to make its use feasible. The tidal energy basically blocks the significant area of the sea, and when you have to build this, it's really expensive. So it blocks a significant area of the sea. These are very expensive to build up.